Morally grey characters captivate us because they reflect the true complexity of human nature, standing on the blurred line between good and evil. This trope, essential in modern fiction, challenges the traditional dichotomy of hero versus villain, offering a more nuanced exploration of morality and human decision-making. Characters such as Kaz Brekker from Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo or Walter White from Breaking Bad embody this complexity, engaging audiences with their unpredictable actions and relatable dilemmas. This allure of morally grey characters lies in their depth and the realistic portrayal of their struggles, making them intriguing focal points in narratives across various genres. Morally grey characters are those whose actions and motivations cannot be easily classified into conventional categories of good or evil. They often make choices that serve their interests or protect those they care about, even if those choices have questionable ethical implications. This trope emphasizes the character's internal conflict and moral ambiguity, creating a rich ground for character development and storytelling. The origins of morally grey characters trace back to ancient literature, where complex figures like Achilles in the Iliad already displayed traits that defied the simple hero-villain categorization. However, this trope saw a significant surge in popularity in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, as audiences began to seek more realistic and relatable characters. The rise of anti-heroes in television and literature, driven by a growing interest in psychological depth and social realism, paved the way for morally grey characters to become a staple in modern fiction. The psychological and narrative appeal of morally grey characters lies in their ability to mirror the real-world complexity of moral decision-making. These characters resonate with readers because they reflect the ambiguity and contradictions inherent in human nature. They challenge readers to question their own ethical beliefs and consider the nuances of right and wrong. Furthermore, stories featuring morally grey characters often lack clear-cut resolutions, compelling readers to engage more deeply with the narrative and draw their conclusions. Examples of morally grey characters can be found across a range of genres. In fantasy, Kaz Brekker from Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows is a criminal mastermind with a heart of gold, whose ruthless methods are often in service of a perceived greater good. In the realm of television, Walter White from Breaking Bad starts as a sympathetic figure driven to questionable acts for his family's financial security, only to descend into a complex web of moral compromises. These characters are beloved not in spite of their flaws, but because of them, offering a window into the complexities of ambition, loyalty, and survival. Variations of the morally grey character trope appear across genres, from the conflicted superheroes of comic books to the hardened detectives of noir thrillers. Each variation serves to explore different aspects of morality and ethics, from the sacrifices made for love to the corruption of power and the grey areas of justice. However, the trope can fail when characters lack sufficient development or their actions are inconsistently motivated, making them appear not morally grey, but rather poorly conceived. A common pitfall is when writers rely too heavily on the trope to excuse a lack of character growth or to artificially heighten drama. Without careful handling, morally grey characters can become unsympathetic or unrelatable, losing their ability to engage the audience. For writers looking to utilize this trope effectively, the key is to focus on character motivation and consistency. Developing a clear understanding of why a character makes certain choices and how those choices reflect their internal moral compass can help maintain the character's complexity without sacrificing relatability. It's also important to balance their morally ambiguous actions with moments of vulnerability or redemption to keep readers invested in their journey. In conclusion, the allure of morally grey characters in modern fiction endures because it reflects the true complexity of the human condition. These characters challenge us to think more deeply about morality, ethics, and the choices that define us. By presenting characters with nuanced motivations and ethical dilemmas, writers can explore the shades of grey that colour human behaviour, offering readers a richer, more engaging narrative experience. For readers and writers alike, the continued fascination with morally grey characters lies in their ability to provoke thought, evoke empathy, and reflect the multifaceted nature of life itself. Whether through the strategic mind of Kaz Brekker or the desperate decisions of Walter White, the morally grey character remains a compelling and resonant trope in storytelling, inviting us to question not just the character's morals, but our own. Understanding tropes helps both readers enjoy books more and writers craft better stories. What tropes do you love or hate? What should I cover next? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for weekly trope breakdowns.